But look down in here. Well, it's a little droopy. Hey y'all, it's Lippy with Gemini Homestead. Told you we were going to do a garden update Friday on our live. Today's Sunday. And in between these rain bands that we're having, I come out, Buddy and I, we work in the garden, we get wet because it just comes at one time, and then we run underneath the carport that we're calling our patio for now. But I'm going to start off this garden update referencing back to Friday when I told y'all, one, Miss Bonnie and her cucumbers I'm not a fan of. We did not seed start cucumbers because if some of y'all remember, we didn't know we was even going to have a garden. We found our buckets in storage for where you're going to get all the soil. And Lee over at Stringfield Ridge Farm, or either Teresa, I don't remember, let's just say both, they found some good soil in town. So we took off and we got a trailer full. But anyway, we did pull the cucumbers. They gone. Y'all, I'm pretty well done with all the relish I need, the pickles I need for the year. For the winter, should I say. If I want more, I just go purchase some. We got farmers all over the place. So we don't mind helping the community. But my squash, as some of you know, some of you may not know, we started our squash early. And out of 2 plants, I'm on my 3rd gallon. If you're counting it by volume. 3rd gallon, say, of slices. That's an abundance, okay? So I don't want to be greedy. We're trying to get as much into this small area as we can leading up to winter. So I want to utilize these buckets and plant something else. But, oh, there's something in my eye. But I want y'all to see this. Can y'all see that? Here's another leaf. I want y'all to get a good visual. And here's one that'll stand up, let you get a really good visual. Let me see. All right, let me throw that one down. This one is going to turn into that, okay? A lot of you may know, a lot of you may not know. That's called downy mildew. Basically, it's a water mildew. Really humid temperatures, downpours of water, then it goes to drought, back to water. And you're trying to water in between. It is common, especially when you live in a humid area as we have from Louisiana as well as Kentucky. But this did not develop until about a week ago. So I was fine because, like I said, I'm trying to get as much as I can out of the garden. But I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you how I fixed this problem. I did this in Louisiana, and it worked when I was trying to get rid of the squash to bring in something else because we only gardened on 2,500 square feet. That's a lot to some, probably small to most. But I'm going to show you what I've done with it, and I'm going to explain why I do what I do. Okay, I'm going to try to get as much footage as I can. I'll shut the camera off, bring it around to the backside. But as you can see, there's big gaps. Okay, let me lean this down. Okay, but can you see there's still a lot of squash. Okay, they're probably about 4 inches long. Okay, if you turn this away, let me pick it up, you're gonna see a decent squash. And then over here, can you see there's more? And there's a few blooms. But I'm gonna bring you in a little bit closer. Okay, you see this is the bare spots. What I've done is I've come in and I cut all of that downy mildew out. Okay, now I still have a little yelling coming, but that's okay because what I'm trying to do is promote more growth on these young ones. Okay, let me turn you this away if I can. Well, I don't think I can. There we go. All right, can you see up in here? See that little one? Right, let's see. I don't know if the camera's picking up on it. Let me see. There we go. See that? I got a lot of those. And there's a lot back there. And all I'm trying to do is to get them to go ahead and mature. And then I'll get the plant out. Here's the angle of the other one. It's going to give you a better visual. I've taken all the bad leaves out. but you look how pretty these young ones are, okay? But you see what's by these young ones. Now, I was always taught to remove the bad. I mean, there is fungicides. You could actually use a tablespoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of Dawn dish soap. Make sure it's got the little chicken on it or the bird. I use the real Dawn. And a gallon of water, and you can spray this, okay? That helps on this mildew. But since I'm towards the end, I just want these to mature. There's one right there. And there's a lot coming in, see? There's some coming in. And I hand pollinated every one of these. So if I can finish this off, I'll have about 3.5 gallons. Okay, what you're looking at is the Rutger tomato. Remember, that was the first ones that we planted, and I had to inquire with some of you guys, what is this? You know, some of these are new to us. But I want you to look at this. See, it's loaded. But I'm gonna look at this. Y'all. It's taller than me, but it's an indeterminate. But I started to top it, and I said, no, I'm not topping it. Y'all, there's about 20 tomatoes at the top. Okay, I'm gonna hold the phone now. This is just a cool jalapeno. Now, I have not harvested, but I want y'all to look. Can you see all that? Look at that. It's loaded. And I've already got a quart of pepper sauce because right now I'm taking everything I can. Now this is that bush early girl. It has produced a lot of tomatoes. I'm not going to lie, y'all. It really has. See? But it don't grow, y'all. It's like a dwarf. Maybe it's called a patio. I don't know. I mean, I've got probably a dozen tomatoes off of this thing. And they're okay. I've had better, but if that's all I had, that'd be great. But that's called a bush early girl. It's okay. I'm just not going to go out of my way to get another one. Now, this is the other cool jalapeno. There again. I got a bee in my face. Look at these things, y'all. Look back here. But I'm going to bring the camera out. I hope I ain't making you dizzy. But I want you to look how beautiful that plant is. Isn't it gorgeous? Okay, now we're going to look at the Sweet 100. This is a cherry tomato. Again, very new variety for us. You know, we was gifted a lot of seeds last year, and we're just trying anything and everything. And we're finding out that really what we planted in Louisiana would work here too. But I want to, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you. You look at that. Look at that. Now, I normally don't plant indeterminates. I'll just be honest with you. But hey, it's not too bad. But I want you to look at this. And we're harvesting daily. Now, there's a couple of them. And that's about what we're getting. We're getting about 2 or 3 a day. But that's early on, see? So all of these will start coming in. Can you see that? Look at that. And as far as you can see, it is loaded. Now, I do see right now, you see that right there? Oop. You think, what is that? In my opinion, that's not showing a fungus if you look really close. Y'all, that's too much water, inconsistent watering. So I'm gonna pop that off. Look at this one. Now, like I say, I'm not a gardener that has a degree. I'm a gardener that just grew up with some common sense. Okay, now let's move on. All right, I want y'all to pay attention to that name. I will grow this tomato every year. I want you to look at this. I got some work to do, okay? But it's loaded. But the reason why I say I'm going to grow it, as you see that color, they get just beautiful kind of yellow orange. Y'all, that's like biting into sugar. Best, sweetest little cherry tomato I think I've ever tasted. Okay, now we got the Cubanelle. Look at that beautiful baby. And look at them. Let's see. Here's, well, I got to get my camera right. Here's one. Here's one back here. Y'all, I suck at this camera. And then there was another one. I done lost it. Oh, here it is up in here. Y'all see that? I'm fixing to get wet. It's a big one. Oh, it's in front of me. Sweet baby Jesus. Y'all don't be sending me no hate mail saying, child, you don't know how to run that camera. I'm going to tell you, child, I didn't grow up one of these damn things in my hand. But let me show y'all some of my pride and joy. Lunchbox red snackers. Okay. Now, these, we've had these seeds for a long time. And I want you to look. I don't even look. Let's see. Maybe I could get that out. Look up in there, people. Look. It is crazy. It is loaded. Look, look. Look at that. As far as you can see. I'm excited. I'm very excited. This is the best success we've had out of these. But now look over here. It's starting to turn. See? Look at that. Look at this over here. Look at that. Deep up in there. Look on this side. That is happy to me. Okay. Yeah, some would call that a hot mess. I would call this an experiment. This is called Walla Walla onion. Now, we are there. I mean, there we go. We got these on clearance, y'all. 13 of them for $1.99. Them suckers look dead. But for $1.99, I said, hey, if I get some onions, it's well worth it. Plus, there again, I'm experimenting. They ain't so bad, y'all. Okay, now we're going to come down to bell peppers. Okay. It is loaded. That's the largest on this one, but you got, look how many you got up in there, y'all. You got a bunch of them. Let me see if I can get y'all in there. There we go. I'm trying to learn how to aim this camera. But look at the other one. Y'all, I could pick that sucker and cook with it. And I got 2 or 3 like this. But I'll stand up and I'll show you. Well, I can't see for the sun. This one, that one, and that other one. So these 3 blue buckets are bell peppers. Okay? See, look up in here. Look up in there. Okay, now, if the sun can show you, in this bucket here is a better boy. And it's doing fantastic. See? I'm going to slide you down. Look at that. So it's doing great, y'all. I mean, it's a standard tomato. But then here is my Cherokee, Cherokee purple. I couldn't think. It's not doing bad, okay? It's not doing bad at all. Now, I do see that I got more. Let's see if I can get to that. I do have more in here. There's probably 6 or 7 tomatoes on this plant. But I want you to see this. It's called a bush Goliath, okay? Now, it's a determinant. I was curious about this. I call this a patio. But remember, I was amazed at the thickness of the leaves. Where's my camera? There it is. Can't see for the sun, y'all. But I want you to see this. It is covered in blooms. But here's the little tomatoes. And I got to put my hand over to see if I can even get y'all up in there angled right. There we go. There we go. And let me see. Maybe if I get down here in the shade, this will show more. I'm not really sure. There we go. Okay. See? It's got quite a bit on there. Quite a bit. Okay. Now, can you see me for the sun? Y'all, I'm sweating to death. Okay, there's a story behind this one. Let me see if I can squat down and put y'all in the shade. There we go. We're going to hide underneath the tomato plant. It's hot. Okay. All my seed starts in my trays. I had a pepper and I had a tomato. Well, I knew it was a pepper tray and there was a tomato tray. But they didn't take. So as a lot of us do, I pulled out all my starts and I planted them. I let them get a little bit large. I did not up-pot these, y'all. Time was not on my side. I said, you know, I'm going to put it in the Lord's hands. If it's his will, we shall feast. So I planted this tomato. I'm thinking it's a Armani orange. Don't quote me on that because I planted a few. None of them made it, but I had this one. So we're going to go on the assumption that that's what it is. Okay. Then I planted a pepper. Quite a few of Mama Mia's. None of them took, but I had one in there. So we're going to go on the assumption that the pepper's a Mama Mia. Now I'll show you it. Y'all, these were like dead, laying over in a little seed tray. Let me show you what this, we're going to call it an orange tomato. I hope the sun don't get into you. I want you to see this thing. Crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Blooms like crazy. Okay, I got Buddy out here to help with the phone because I'm going to have to give y'all the visual of all three. Now, y'all remember a few weeks ago we was going to do soil test, well, rain, and pond on these 3 jalapenos. We did 2 soil tests. Grandkids come. I shut YouTube down. Last week, y'all know I had an abscess. But I thought, why do I want to waste a capsule? Because I don't think I'm going to get the results that we were hoping, like a definite ponds better, water better, rain better. Because if y'all can see these, they're identical to each other. Foliage is identical. The amount of peppers on them is identical. And I don't know, can they see that, Bud? Have you turned the camera so they can see it?
Yeah, I mean, I've got them.
But do y'all see right here? I'm going to walk so you can see. We're right here. We're here. And this one's a little bit shorter. But still, identical, loaded to the max, blooms everywhere. But I'm going to bring you back out. I'll take the camera and I'm going to show you the rest of them. Okay. Y'all want to know what I'm using right now? Just so I can share with y'all. Y'all take a look at this. What is that? That's an umbrella. Ain't we professional? But as you can see, there was the 3 peppers. Now, don't squeak, I'm going to turn you. That is nothing but pepper plants loaded to the gill, and I'm going to bring you up close and show you how loaded. Okay, can y'all see this? That's banana peppers that we've got to harvest. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and get this one so y'all can see. I'm going to get, I'm going to get this one, and I'm going to get this one. Well, I said I was. I want y'all to look at that. That is gorgeous. Oh, Lord, a spider was on me. Anyway, let's go back to the peppers. Sorry, y'all. Look at that. But now we got to do some more. I'm not going to bore you with me harvesting, but y'all can see. But I want you to look at these peppers up close. Now, I harvested yesterday. Oh, I'm going too fast. Now look at them. I mean, we are loaded. So, but I'm going to show you what I did. Y'all, look what I planted in the wheelbarrow. That's my old reddish wheelbarrow. We was at Rural King and they had these things clearanced. Was it a buck a plant?
Mm-hmm.
It's called a We Be Little pumpkin. Well, I don't know. It's gonna be like the size of a little baseball, they said. If it makes it, great. If it don't, it don't. But y'all, people around here plant pumpkins. So Lippy gonna plant her some pumpkins. Now there's all my comfrey. It's starting to slowly come up. That's what Mr. Billy and Miss Michelle gifted us. But let me show you something else. Okay, y'all remember I had those Miss Bonnie cucumbers. I said bye-bye, Bonnie. Well, we're doing zucchini. It is not too late. There again, trying to get as much of anything I can grow to be able to put up. Because I actually make jelly out of that. And then there's the other one. Look at that. Oh, have I showed y'all my bench? Y'all know what that bench is for, right? Most of you followers know. It's when I get a fit on me. But there's the other one. So, let's see what happens. And we'll have zucchini. And if you look right there, I've got some rose roots. They looked dead. They got a good green coming back to them. That's a wild running rose. So I'm trying to root it. Okay, so here you have it. This is our little garden. And so far, it's blessing us. The rest of the harvest will come from the local farmers. But guess what? We still gonna eat. Whew, y'all. Yeah, hot. You know, it always gets hot and humid after a rain, and we got another band coming through. So I'm tucked up here in the shade, somewhat in the shade. Oh, and I forgot to show you my Tabasco plant. Doing great, but we'll see it another time. Anyway, it just happens to be sitting right here. But that is the update on the garden. And, you know, for the ones that get intimidated with the gardeners that have large scale gardens, don't be. And I'll tell you why. Because I worked and had a large acreage upon acreage gardenings, an entire family with a dairy farm. Then I married my husband, and then we gardened on 5 acres. Okay? We went from there to the suburban gardening, 2,500 acres. So that was in one. Of course, that wasn't counting the fruit trees. We put a lot into 1.25 acres. Okay? Now we're back on quite a bit of land. We're what, 7 months into this here? And I'm telling you, you can still grow in a small place, depending on your climate. And as something comes out, put something right back in. And then what you're not able to grow, outsource it. You know, help in the community. It helps the community. Therefore, you get something. But please, please, don't say, well, one day I'm going to have a homestead. And, well, one day, you know, you can still grow something. I don't care if it's in an apartment. Point being is, lessen yourself. Teach yourself. But whatever you do, do not let intimidation cloud you. Don't do it. That's a rabbit hole you don't want to go in. Be proud if you had 1 tomato. Just be proud of what you're able to do at this moment. At the moment, because you're living within the moment. Don't put all of your ducks into your dreams and wait. Because, you know, unless you got a map to how long you're going to be here. But anyhow, you see what happens to me? I get on my shed talk and my lips just start jaw-jacking. But I got to get this uploaded. I need to wash the sweat off of my face. I need to get me some cold water and make me some coffee. But y'all, There is nothing like a sweet banana pepper. And no, I did not wash it. Hell, it just rained. It's washed enough. Till next time, God bless you.